Welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop, pig suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 17 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on another team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Gators will put total leather and we'll get started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. The Razorbacks will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, Davis will throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the Florida Gators offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Gators moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Love the call here going RPO on 3rd down, and obviously you're giving your quarterback choices, but the defense gave them a look that was conducive to handing that football off. So good decision by the quarterback and nice push up front.
Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived.
Oh, 98, first draw. I mean, we'll make that draw.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be knocked down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Davis looking to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. A full dive.
I bet you covered everything.
The Razorbacks love to do it on the ground, but that gives you some opportunities for big plays up top.
No doubt, it makes me commit more to the ground game, bring more guys down. I'm more willing to play man coverage on the outside, and in turn, if the QB can make plays down the field, make strikes, get on the same page as the receiver, it can create some huge plays for this Arkansas offense.
Trying play action. Quickly complete. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going.
That's bullshit. Go all the defense.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He wants to throw. Release to the back. He's got it. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. And the Gators are rolling down the field. They'll try the left side. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. From the shotgun, the inside give.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
What's the fun?
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Quick release on the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third.
And that ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing and squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have the great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Feeling some heat. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life different.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the tight end.
Oh my God. Oh my God, bro.
Better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that, you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Finds a man on the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get him.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got it down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Going to try to get it himself. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Climbing up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 15, here's the return. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville.
And the Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
On second down, wants to throw. Got the quick pass. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon in every single team.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
He's dominating, bro.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around on that side.
The Gators look to keep this drive humming. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give to the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Davis will throw. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And it's incomplete on third down. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He's going to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Jeez, he's a 98 overall. How you going to tackle it?
It'll bring up fourth down. The Gators will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he locked to lock them up close to their goal line. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Makes the catch. He's got enough. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw it again. They've got the screen set up. Runs through the tackle. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Davis looking to pass. Finds the tight end. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grab near the sticks. It's Mendez. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to take off.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
A shot toward the end zone. Goes toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Offense in the hurry up. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Give to the running back. At the 45 on his way. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback's thrown from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. Unloads quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Oh,
yeah, which is the real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish. With something positive.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Davis will throw. Got him downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock.
It's 2nd down.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw.
Oh, he's
And
on
it's
that team.
incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
The pass attempt falls incomplete. It's now 2nd down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Reads it, fires complete. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And after this short gain, that is going to put this one in the book.